Good morning, lecturer and friends. Thank you for joining our presentation. First of all, I'd like to thank you all for being here virtually. Today, our group would like to present to you our project on the topic of how IoT work in automating chicken coop temperature and feeding. As you all know from the title, today we're going to talk about case study review regarding an automatic feeding and temperature control system. Okay, the next slide. But before we break down the technology, let's get to know each other. Let me introduce myself. My name is Dara Puspita Dwi Rahayu, and I will be guiding our discussion, and I'm not alone. I'd like to introduce the members of Group 19.
I'm Nuha Salimah.
Hi, I am Ningsih.
Hello, I am Neila.
And I'm Nurlaila.
Okay, Group 19 is ready. Let's move on to 9.2 in the next slide. The style will be explained by my colleague, is Nuha. Nuha, the floor is yours.
Thank you, moderator. I will begin by explaining the background of this case study. In the location of the study, farmers still rely on manual method to feed their chicken. They must walk around a large scoop just to sprinkle feed by hand. This method is inefficient because it requires a significant amount of time and physical effort. Furthermore, because farmers are often busy, feeding schedules are frequently missed, and extreme temperature changes may go unnoticed. As a result, chickens can become stressed or even die. Therefore, an automated system is needed to solve this problem. The system referred next slide. The system referred in this study is an IoT-enabled two-in-one device. It integrates an automatic feeding system and a temperature control system into a single unit. In addition, the system is connected to the internet, allowing farmers to monitor and control it remotely through a web server using a laptop or smartphone. Next, my colleagues will explain the main function and component of this system.
Okay, thank you, Nuha. In this part, I will explain the main functions of the system. First, automatic feeding. The system feeds the chicken automatically at scheduled time, which are 8 a.m., 1 p.m., and 5 p.m. Second, temperature control. When the coop is too hot, the fan turns on. When the temperature drops, the heating lamp is activated. Third, real-time monitoring. Temperature data is shown on an LCD and can also be monitored through a web interface. Okay, next slide, operator, please. Okay, now let's move on to the IoT components. The system uses Arduino Uno and ESP32 as the microcontrollers. Arduino handles the logic, while ESP32 provides Wi-Fi connectivity. A DHT11 sensor is used to measure temperature. The actuators include a servo motor, a relay, a fan, and a heating lamp. Next, I will hand over the presentation to Neila to explain the workflow.
Thank you. Now, I will explain how the system works. Uh, there are two main processes that run at the same time. First, in the in the feeding process, the Arduino checks the feeding schedule from the web server, and when it is time to feed, the servo motor opens the feed container and then closes it automatically. Second is the temperature control process. The GHT11 sensor continuously monitors the temperature inside the coop, And then, if the temperature goes above uh, 30 degrees Celsius, the fan turns on. If the temperature goes below the set limit, the heating lamp turns on. Uh, with with this process, the system helps keep the chicken comfortable. Next, I will hand over the presentation to Laila to explain the advantage and disadvantage of the system.
Thanks, Nella. Based on the result reported in the journal, the system has several advantages. First, it has high feeding time accuracy with a delay of only 1 second. Second, it reduces manual labor and improves efficiency for farmers. Third, it enables remote monitoring through and internet connection. This feature make the system more practical to us. However, the system also has some limitation. It depends heavily on a stable Wi-Fi connection with an optimal range of up to 10 meters. Additionally, the system relies entirely on electrical power, which means it cannot operate during a power outage. These limitations should be considered by the user. Next, I will return it to the moderator.
Thank you, Laila, for the comprehensive explanation. That brings us to the end for our presentation. From our discussion, there is one interesting. This case study proved that IoT technology is not just for big industries in big cities. It turned out that a simple integration between Arduino, a web server, and sensor can be a real solution even for remote farm. The result: chicken welfare, mine, and operational efficiency increase. So, that covers everything I would like to say about the case study review from Group 19. We hope that our presentation will help you to know more about appropriate technology. We apologize for any shortcomings. We like to thank everyone for coming. Good morning. Have a great day.